Hello students, today I am here with a new video on land resources. Myself Rajesh Dwivedi, geography teacher. Now first of all, introduction of land resources. Land is actually solid portion of the earth's crust and it covers about 30% of the earth area. It is a product of nature and ubiquitous in nature. Uh, that means found everywhere and inexhaustible in nature. The concept of land resource was first defined and developed by a geographer named Barlow in 1950 AD. Land includes different features like plains, desert, dense forest, and rugged mountains. Nowadays, importance of land grew as it is also a property and capital. Plain and river valleys are the densely populated as they offer suitable land for agriculture. Now the classification of land on different bases. First, on the basis of relief, we divide land into uh, mountain, plateau, and plains. On the basis of soil fertility, we classify it as fertile land and barren land, unproductive land. On the basis of development of that area, it is classified as rural land and urban land. On the basis of ownership, it is classified as private land and community land. And on the basis of uses, it is classified in many ways, like arable land, the land which is suitable for crop production; pastures land, which is used for grazing of animals; forest or fallow land, which can be cultivated but right now left unused; cultivable wasteland, land left as fallow land for more than 5 years; and non-agricultural land, which is mainly used for constructional activities like making building houses and all others. Now then comes the land use pattern. It is determined by the arrangements, activities, and inputs by people to produce, change, or maintain a certain land cover. Land use is governed mainly by two sets of factors. First is physical factors, which includes temperature, moisture, soil, and terrain. And second is non-physical factors, that includes physical condition and techno-economic status, demands, etc. The factors affecting land use are physical features like mountain, plateau, plain, slope of the land, etc. Climate factor like rainfall, temperature, pressure, and humidity condition. Slope. Simple slope land is far better than steeper land. Then population. Densely populated area experiences intensive land use pattern as compared to thinly populated areas. Human wants and needs. People living in urban areas require land for construction and rural people need land for agriculture. Now, land degradation. Land degradation is a Latin word which means reduction in the quality and quantity. It has become a universal problem. In the developing countries, it is a symptom of underdevelopment. The factors which causes land degradation are soil erosions, when wind, water, ice and ocean removes huge amount of nutrients from place to place, causing depletion of nutrients. Second, desertification. Land also degraded in arid or semi-arid areas due to expansion of deserts. Deforestation. Productive soil, which contain most of the organic matter, degraded or depleted when forests are cleared and trees are burnt. Mining. Continuous mining activities all around the world were sites of operations now become degraded and derelict. That means they were abandoned site. Encroachment on agricultural land, which is very common nowadays. Continuous overall encroachment of common land to build up commercial or housing areas led to increasing pollution, huge dumping of garbage, alteration of water, etc. Now, how to conserve land resources. The present rate of land degradation must be checked to maintain ecological balance by following methods. First, afforestation. Planting of large area with trees help in proper and rich development of soil layer. Second, terrace farming. The system of cutting steps into hill slopes are effective method of controlling soil erosion and maintaining quality of land. Then use of pests. Proper and right amount of use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers in plant cropping will help in ever retaining land productivity. Then land reclamation. Those land which were once productive can be once again brought into production by following proper agricultural practice. Clearing the waterlogged land. Waterlogged areas can be brought under cultivation by draining out water from there and leaving them for few days to dry before starting agricultural activities. So, students, this is all about. I hope you like this video. Thank you.